Welcome to SOLASTA Lost Valley DLC overview and impression video, you wandering bastards. This video is sponsored by Tactical Adventures. Third time they have come to me with promotional deal for SOLASTA and there was no reason at all not to take it. I love working with them because they are respectful, generous, easygoing and fair. You want to know how fair? They told me to specifically mention so you bastards don't have to pay full price that SOLASTA base game is 60% off and Primal Calling DLC 30% off till April 21st. Promotional video or not, I will always be honest with my audience, and TA have no hooks in my back controlling what I can or can't say. SOLASTA is far from perfect game, but it is a fun one and has that special something going for it. I really like it. How much? Check out review of base game in the description. So what is new in Lost Valley? One of the biggest features is online multiplayer, which is also crossplay. Max players is 4. Didn't get the chance to test it since I've played the game before release date and not being one for multiplayer in general. Don't see how multiplayer of SOLASTA could be bad unless server problems and lag, which would be fixed soon anyway. Lost Valley introduces new subclass for each class, which is going to be appreciated by all players. SOLASTA doesn't have as deep character progression system as something like Pathfinder, but it is deep enough and way more friendly, and with addition of new classes, character customization has deepened, no doubt. I've gone through each subclass in another video, a link to that video is in the description.
While the Principality of Masgarth is preparing for war, business is thriving in the Marches. As more Legacy Council agents travel to Copperan, Gala Goldentongue's route expands and his profits increase. The master merchant
Story of this DLC revolves around Forgotten Valley. Your party is part of a caravan that got stuck and can't find a way out of the valley due to very few exits available, and most being guarded by dangerous monsters. Soon party makes their way deeper to uncover more about this lost world that exists under principles of Old World and has escaped events of Cataclysm long time ago to save their own skins without getting involved. Valley is ruled by a tyrant, and to find an exit you are going to have to side with one of the factions.
Who's in charge here, her or you?
At least she knows the meaning of respect. Unlike you. Get out of my palace. You're not welcome in my home.
Besides typical rebels and tyrant storyline, players will uncover new inhabitants such as giants, who can speak for some reason.
Gartok and friends. Born in Maker Prison, escaped before medication. Medication bad.
Side quests utilize enough of diverse role-playing elements, and I like that there is more stealth versus combat approach to lots of scenarios. Avoiding the fight helps maintain good status with certain factions, considering that they do not look kindly upon one another. There is nothing groundbreaking when it comes to writing and questing, but it is well done and fun to play. No walls of text too, which I appreciate, because CRPGs tend to go overboard with text, which tires the mind faster. SOLASTA, however, still has audio and visual problems that can make players turn their heads at times and cover their ears. Faces look atrocious, and this engine is just not cutting it for immersion. Same as voiceovers. I would prefer if the game is text only, if at least decent voiceover isn't used. I get it though, TA is trying to make the game seem of bigger production, but it is a pitfall where many developers fall. There is nothing wrong to seem as a small budget game that SOLASTA is. No need to force some extra visuals and voiceovers. That is not to say there is nothing good visually and audio-wise. Far from it. Even though faces are hard to look at, enemy models look amazing. Armor sets and weapons too. Better than in most CRPGs that I've played. Music and sound effects are good too. Gameplay revolves around exploring the valley and helping factions in reaching their goals. Most of it is combat related, same like base game. SOLASTA was always heavily combat oriented and for a good reason. Combat is really good. I can never have enough of it. It is turn-based and tactically oriented. Cover system, elevation, mechanics such as shove, disengage, movable objects and free actions are not going to leave anyone wanting. It is strongest aspect of SOLASTA in my opinion. Every time party levels up, I can't wait to get into another battle to test how well team has progressed. Every level up matters significantly, as there is no redo. Since SOLASTA campaigns last for about 30 to 40 hours for first playthrough, no respec isn't such a big deal. Game counts on replayability, but it also grants option to test builds in Dungeon Maker before going to campaign. Usually I'm against not having respec, but when campaign isn't 100 hours, it isn't that big of a deal, although I would still implement one respec just to reduce some mistakes. Even though combat is really good, I have to point out one thing that keeps bothering me. There is no speed slider or toggle speed option. We can hold space to speed up combat, but having only that option is not good enough. Large encounters can take up to 20 or 30 minutes, and having many speed options could solve end of encounters issue I have. Each time only couple enemies remain, combat is foregone conclusion, and to be able to speed that up times 3 or times 4 would be great, as it can be tedious clearing out remaining enemies.
Well struck.
Dungeon Maker received new stuff as well, like environments and monsters. It is a big selling point for SOLASTA because entire campaigns can be created. There are quest, dialogue and loot systems that go a long way in making custom campaigns feel more authentic. In conclusion, Lost Valley expansion is more of SOLASTA, which I don't mind at all. New story that is playing out parallel to original, added multiplayer, interesting region away from all world related stuff, new factions, same bad faces, same bad voiceover, excellent combat, good character progression, new subclasses, replayability. What is not to like all in all? If you like SOLASTA, you will like Lost Valley. That's simple. Thanks for watching and thanks to Tactical Adventures for sponsoring this video.